Did you just receive this 1099 DA form for your crypto and now you're wondering what to do? Today, I'm going to walk you through how to handle the new 1099 DA requirements for your crypto taxes using Awaken. So if you head to the taxes page, you're going to see a new section specifically for US users. So new in 2026, each exchange like Coinbase or Gemini is going to issue its own separate form 1099 DA. So down in the dashboard, you're going to see the different exchanges, Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken. And to get started, you're just going to click into a specific exchange. All you have to do is grab the 1099 DA PDF provided by that exchange, drop it right into the upload box, and then hit save. Awaken's going to parse all of those transactions for you. You might want to do a quick spot check just to make sure every transaction on that physical PDF made it into the digital list. Awaken will then parse all of those transactions for you, but you're probably going to want to do a quick spot check to make sure every transaction on that physical PDF made it into the digital list. If anything is missing, you can just manually add the rows right here to ensure everything's accounted for. This next step is the most important part of the entire process. So reconciling your proceeds. Awaken will compare the proceeds we've calculated against the proceeds reported on your 1099 DA. Here's the deal. If the 1099 DA proceeds are higher than what Awaken shows and you choose Awaken's anyway, this could trigger an automated flag with the IRS, and we don't want that. So what you want to do is reconcile your data so that these proceeds either match exactly or Awaken's numbers are slightly higher than the exchange's form. As long as Awaken is equal to or greater than the 1099 DA, you shouldn't run into any of these automated flags. So you're going to have two options for how you want to file. You can use the 1099 DA data, or you can use Awaken's data. If you choose to use the 1099 DA data, we'll use the proceeds exactly as the exchange reports them, but we're going to fill in the cost basis the exchange might be missing. However, we generally recommend using Awaken's data, especially if you've been with us for a while or you do a lot of on-chain trading. The problem is that a lot of 1099 DAs are incomplete. For example, Coinbase might only include crypto-to-crypto swaps on their form, but they might miss DEX trades or equity swaps. And since Awaken sees your whole history, our data is usually more accurate. If you see a big difference in the proceeds, it's usually down to labeling. For instance, if you sent an asset from Coinbase to a private wallet, Awaken might automatically treat that as a sale. You're going to want to go in and label that as a wallet transfer. So if you see a really big difference in the proceeds, it's usually down to labeling. Like for instance, if you sent an asset from Coinbase to a private wallet, Awaken might see that and automatically treat it as a sale. So what you want to do is you're going to go in and you're going to label that as a wallet transfer. Once you do that, your proceeds in Awaken will drop, helping you to get that number to closely match your 1099 DA. Once everything is labeled and matched up, click Save and continue to generate your reports. Awaken creates two types of 8949 forms for you just to correct the 1099 DA. The first is H and K checkboxes. This is for anything the exchange reported to the IRS where we've supplemented the cost basis. The second is I and L checkboxes. This covers everything else that wasn't on your 1099 DA, like your on-chain transactions. So once you click download all, you're going to get a zipped folder, and inside of that, you're going to find dedicated folders for each exchange and your on-chain data. If you're working with a CPA, just send them the IRS documents. If you're filing with yourself, just use the TurboTax format. Just a heads up, they are the same information in different formats, so do not upload both, or you're going to end up double counting your gains. That's pretty much it. Mark your tasks as complete and you've successfully navigated the 1099 DA. Awaken, as you know, handles all the heavy lifting of matching the exchange data with your actual on-chain activity so you can file with confidence. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to our support team. And this year, we are making the 1099 form completely free within Awaken, so head to awaken.tax to get started today.
Last year, we made Solana taxes completely free. And this year, we're doing the same thing with 1099 DAs. To get started, go to awaken.tax, drop your 1099 DAs, and we'll take care of the rest.